What is good, everybody? It's Ross. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Truly appreciate all the love and support. We're already almost at 5,000 subscribers. So shout out to everybody who's been sharing and just putting comments, and it's been fun. So really appreciate y'all. So today we're going to talk about this Kendrick Lamar interview. I wanted to talk about a specific part of the interview in the spirit of Black American History Month, but just my thoughts overall of the interview. If I can describe it in one word, I would say it was refreshing. It was refreshing. All three of them, honestly. And Nadeska did amazing. You know, I haven't seen her in a minute, to be honest. You can tell she's grown so much in her journalism, and Ebro too. Ebro did his thing. Everyone showed class and respect to Kendrick and patience. And, you know, we all know Kendrick doesn't do interviews like that, you know, so it was refreshing to see him in his element, Nadeska in her element, Ebro doing his thing. Everybody did a great job. Everyone asked. Everyone was patient. Everybody was in the moment is what Kendrick loves to do, right? Being in the moment. You can really feel everyone was just in the moment. It was great to watch. You don't really see interviews like that. And I don't know if it's the interviewer or the interviewee, but regardless, the combination of those three up there, it was the ingredients of a really inspiring conversation. So many gems in this interview. I can literally sit here and play it and talk for 3 hours, but I wanted to just watch something really quick here. A little exchange between Ebro and Kendrick Lamar.
That, you know, the connection between Black culture in New Orleans and how important and shaping our ancestors were in this town, music, jazz, all that. You always put our culture and Black culture at the forefront of your brand, your music. Same thing in LA. A lot of our family members moved out to California from the South for new opportunities.
Man, what?
So there's a big connection between LA and the South. So when you say you walked in to New Orleans with that LA etiquette and all of that, I don't know if people really grasp that, but you got to be feeling that energy.
That's a bar.
Like when you are out ready on Sunday to do your thing.
That's a bar. It's crazy, bro. Out of all my friends, LA, us growing up, all our grandparents either from Louisiana, Texas, Chicago, like, period. So our dialect and how we talk, it gauges from, like, the South and, like, the Bay Area. So, like, going to the store, we say finna. I'm finna go to the store. Like, that's some South shit, you know what I'm saying? That's not no LA, right? So that energy right there, and you know, making that correlation, it means a lot to me for people to understand that. And the culture and just being Black, I can't help that, man. It's just not something that I think about or even try to, like, go, I'm Black. Shit, it's just go.
It's on you. It's not on you.
Yeah, it's gonna come out every time. I can't sugarcoat it. You know, I can't downplay it. I'm at a point in my life, I can't necessarily fake the funk for nothing. And I've always had an essence of that, but, you know, you have kids and shit. That shit's like, I have to be who I am authentically. And if, you know, the world can't accept that, then so be it. But who rocking with it, I'm gonna put it all the way out there, you know, whether it's in private or whether it's on the main stage.
Yeah. That's just a real dude. He's just a real dude. You know, I don't understand how people, especially people who know him, who have interacted with him, could hate on this guy. He just seems like an all-around solid, down-to-earth person. It's like, yeah, it was just a great little exchange here. And I wanted to just mainly talk about that, how Ebro brought up about how LA and the migration, what they're talking about was a time during the Great Migration. Between 1960 and 1970, millions of Black Americans made the difficult decision to leave their homes in the South. They call it the Great Migration. It wasn't just migration, it was survival. A lot of them had to leave. A lot of them fled from violence, a lot of them due to the violence of their own businesses being torn down by racial terrorism, economically couldn't even take care of themselves. So many Black Americans had to do that, what we call the Great Migration. And I wanted to just talk about the impact on that. Ida B. Wells, she was forced to leave Memphis after her newspaper office was destroyed by a white mob in 1892. She wrote about lynchings and exposing that truth, these horrors. Because of that, they destroyed her newspaper office. She relocated to Chicago after that. Another experience, the legendary Jackie Robinson. He had 4 other siblings, and his mother, Mally, had to move from Cairo, Georgia to Pasadena, California because of terrorism. She was also part of the sharecropping system going on. The Jim Crow laws was crazy in Georgia, but the move to Pasadena allowed Jackie Robinson the opportunity to become the person who he turned out to be, who broke barriers when it came to Black people in sports in general. One of the most famous stories is Malcolm X, where his father was brutally murdered by a white supremacist group called the Black Legion. It completely destroyed their family. When those migrations happened, the customs, the music, the food, the language, all of that was brought with them to these different parts. So I just love that when Kendrick was saying bringing the LA etiquette in New Orleans, he's acknowledging this shared cultural heritage. His observation about language, how he was saying, I'm finna go to the store. That's some South shit. Understanding like that is Southern linguistics that has persisted across generations in LA to this day, is deeply rooted in the Great Migration, which has completely shaped Black cultural expression in American cities. The Great Migration, these railroad lines, honestly became lifelines for Black American culture, created networks that would later influence the spread of jazz from New Orleans to Chicago, the evolution of blues up the Mississippi to Detroit, the development of West Coast hip hop from Southern musical traditions. This is why when Kendrick talks about bringing LA energy to New Orleans, it's really coming full circle. The culture that shaped LA's Black community originated in places like New Orleans. So as Kendrick puts it, I can't necessarily fake the funk for nothing. I have to be who I am authentically. And that authenticity comes from knowing exactly where you come from, not just geographically, but historically and culturally. And so when he performs at the Super Bowl, he's not just representing Compton or LA. And I wanted to just have this kind of conversation because I feel for a long time we've been under a spell because of the term African American, which is a term that was coined in the 80s by Jesse Jackson. Because of that term, we feel like we've just been floating lost children in space and we don't have a place to belong. We don't have a real home. And we think about and talk about places in Africa, and most of us have never even been to Africa. A lot of us, we romanticize these places we've never been to. And I just really appreciate this conversation because this is about what's happening on American soil and how we have deep and rich, limitless roots on American soil going back 13, 14 generations that we don't have to worry about what was before slavery. We don't need to. We've built such a strong culture through everything, through it all. I just wanted to have this conversation and really acknowledge and celebrate this lineage who have survived chattel slavery, Jim Crow, and the Great Migration. Our stories are interconnected in ways that, we might not see right in front of us, but we are deeply connected. So when Kendrick performs this weekend, he is representing us. I feel that this is the essence of his character, is him. I think that's the core of being authentic. I'm going to speak for myself personally. Through me understanding who I am, where I come from, where my parents come from, it has allowed me to love myself more. In turn, that makes me create better music. Anyway, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Please share it. Leave a comment. Appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Feels like it's taking a chance every time I turn on the news. A Black American man killed, they tied in the noose. Feels like it's taking a chance, the man just could have been me. Feels like it's taking a chance, in 24 hours I breathe. This shit is not adding up. Body count is just adding up. A motherfucker's not aware enough. A motherfucker's not care enough. I believe it seems to be the latter. Seems to be a 400-year struggle, building in this country since emancipation. Time for reparations. I've been on call with my people. Time to go get up, collecting the government's dues. Anything else a distraction. I don't got no time for no bullshit. You talking, we moving. I've been on that to the T. Pay with a capital P. I wear my heart on my sleeve. ADOS in my jeans. All of my legends in me. If George Floyd, he be hearing this. If Breonna Taylor had a second chance, she be hearing this. If Ahmaud Arbery had a second chance, he would fuck with this. A white supremacist system that was built to crush your necks. Who is next? You can't even trust your common sense. This is something you should comprehend. Reparations, that's the only chance. I'm sick and tired of the symbolisms. Did 44 even try to fix it? There was Jim Crow, there was Tulsa. We were redlined, we've been locked out and built the richest country. That's right. Feels like a second chance every time I turn on the news. A black American man killed, they tied in the noose. Feels like a second chance, and man, this could have been me. Feels like a second chance, in 24 hours I breathe. I've been on call with my people, it's time to go get up, collecting the government's dues. Anything else a distraction, I don't got no time for no bullshit. You talking, we moving. I've been on that to the T, paid with a capital P. I wear my heart on my sleeve, ADOS in my jeans, all of my legends in me. Feels like a second chance, I don't got another chance. Every time I call my parents, feels like the last glance. I've been running out of time, walking on a thin line. Trigger fingers with the nine, pointing right in my mind. If they're gonna try to kill us anyways, might as well fight for something. And I'm damn sure not gonna let it happen, and I wind up dead for nothing. I believe that it's our biggest battle. Seems to be a 400-year struggle, building in this country since emancipation. Time for reparations. I've been on call with my people. Time to go get up, collect on the government's dues. Anything else a distraction. I don't got no time for no bullshit. You talking, we moving. I've been on that to the T, pay with a capital P. I wear my heart on my sleeve, ADOS in my jeans, all of my legends in me. Yeah, ADOS stands for American Descendants of Slavery.